Hey there, this is Joe Simonds, like diamonds, episode number 3. We've made it 3 days in a row for the Joe Simonds, like diamonds show. If it's your first time tuning in, here is the deal. Every day, Monday through Thursday, I give you one big action item, something you can take action on and make a difference in your life every single day. Some days it'll be from a book like it is today. We're going to be going over Think and Grow Rich, one of my favorite books of all time. Some days it'll be just something I learned along the way, and writing Fishing for Happiness, another must-go-buy book. This is about 300 books in one, including the book Think and Grow Rich. Had a big impact on this book here. And some days it'll just be some life lesson that had a big impact on me. But the biggest thing I want to do for you is to give you just one thing to act on. I learned a long time ago that was the key. At any conference I went to or any book that I read, it was always take just one idea and then take action on it. So we only got 7 minutes here, so let's dig into it. This is Think and Grow Rich. This is my original copy, this bad boy here. It's got a ton of dog ears. I have a couple of these we're going to go over here in a second. I also bought another version that I could really beat up, and you can see I've got the bottom dog ears and the top dog ears here. And I also even have it on the audio version. You might be asking, Joe, why do you have so many versions of this book? Well, this book had more of an impact on me in terms of financially and more success in terms of making money than any other book out there, and also had a really big impact on my life. And I'd wager that this book, if you ask most multimillionaires and certainly billionaires, including people like Warren Buffett, who have quoted this book quite a bit, they all say this book had a massive impact on them. So why is this such a good book? Number one, what this book will help you do is to really get specific on goals. Everyone knows you need to have goals. People start goals every year. January 1st, I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to do this and that. But most people don't follow through. I think this book was such a big eye-opener for me, was to create goals with certain deadlines. And in fact, they actually have a thing that you can write out. As soon as I did this, no lie, as soon as I started doing this many years ago, the first time I wrote this book, I started hitting my goal every single year. And the key is to create a goal, create a date with it, and to write it down and then to read it. And this is going to be the big action item for the day, is actually write down your goal and read it every single morning. I use a little notepad just like I got from Vistaprint for a couple dollars, and I write my different goals in here. And I read them every single morning. It's just part of my little morning ritual, just reading the goal every single day. Every year I have done this, I have achieved the goal. Coincidence? I think not. So here is what it says, and this is on page 52 if you buy this version here on Amazon. And it actually gives you the blueprint. It gives you the actual little fill-in-the-blank formula of what to write down for your goal. And this is exactly what I have, and I read this. Let me read it to you. By the first day of blank, January 1st, 2018, I will have in my possession blank, whatever it is that you're hoping to achieve, which will come to me in various amounts from time to time during the interim. In return for this money, or whatever it might be that you want in your life, I will give the most efficient service of which I am capable, rendering the fullest possible quantity and the best possible quality of service in the capacity of whatever you happen to be doing, selling, service, etc. I believe that I will have this in my blank in my possession. My faith is so strong that I can now see this blank before my eyes. I can touch it with my hands. It is now awaiting transfer to me at the time and in the proportion that I deliver the service I intend to render in return for it. I am awaiting a plan to which to accumulate this blank. Could be money, could be whatever it is, and I will follow that plan when it is received. I read that same thing every single morning with my own little goals in there. Really, really powerful stuff. Now, besides being the goal, that's going to be the number one thing that the action item is, to write down a goal with a specific date. Get it right out of here. I'll put it in my blog notes, this exact same formula, if you will, to fill in the blanks. But the next part is to have faith. And this book really opened my eyes to the power of faith. And what I mean by faith is believing that you can do it. I love this little quote right here. Whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Let me read it again. Whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. So that means conceive the goal, believe that you can do it, have faith in you can do it, and you can achieve it. There's a lot here about the subconscious mind. This is the first time I had like this aha moment, like, wow, there really is this subconscious mind working for me 24 hours a day in many cases while I sleep. And when you start writing down goals and believing you can hit them, magic seriously starts to happen in your life. Now, the other thing that I want to talk about in this book in terms of just a review, like the big kind of 2 or 3 ideas I got. Number 1, goal. Number 2, faith. The other one is that every single thing in life, every invention, every single thing that we see around us all started from a single idea followed by action. If you read my book, Fishing for Happiness, you'll know that one of the big items, one of the big kind of overlapping themes that happen again and again in all these different success books was taking action, right? And there's so many people, and this book was the first one to really talk about it. This was written a long, long time ago, almost 100 years ago now. It says, a lot of people go to school, they get their college degree, and you have all this knowledge, but knowledge is literally worthless and useless if you don't take action on it and organize it in a way that it can benefit you or other people. So that following thing is to take action. So get the goal, write it down, have a specific date, have faith that you can do it, truly believe, have that burning desire that you can make happen whatever it is the goal that you're trying to achieve, and then take action on it. Every single idea in life started with a little bit of burning desire and the ability to take action. So take action on these things. Get this book, an awesome, awesome book. I highly recommend it for anyone. I make everyone in my company read it, and I do read this every single year. I read this every January 1st. Gets me pumped up, gets me ready for my goals. That's 7 minutes are up. I will see you tomorrow on Thursday, episode numero 4. Joe Simonds is over now. Boom!